This is...
I thought this was, pretty interesting. Let me look. Did you mention anything? Maybe we haven't talked about the body that was found.
No, I never
up
talked about
in Maplewood,
No.
South Mountain Reservation.
No, I never talked about it.
Let's talk about something local before we get into this
Okay.
squabble between these two guys.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the Village Green, one of our better sources of information, there's the headline, Parents Ask for More Guidance and Communication at Excellence and Equity Forum, which we broadcast live. The other article is the funeral for Deja Rodriguez. Deja Rodriguez was the person whose remains were found in South Mountain Reservation last Tuesday. I don't know how much information they have on this young woman. But I do know that she was someone that was reported missing for a while. And then the body was found. It was interesting how they'll tell you that a body is found and there's no description. Just like the guy the same day, I guess, who walked in front of a train or was hit by a train in South Orange, or just between South Orange and Orange, just this past week. And someone had said that the article that I read was speculating if he worked at Seton Hall, and they said Seton Hall never got back to him. But I guess he didn't, because you would know by now. That's sorry, hold on. Click on any photo to see slideshows of the images. I'm trying to get that article.
Which one?
The one about the body.
Yeah, I got it here. Body found in South Mountain Reservation is identified. The body of a woman discovered by a dog walker in the South Mountain Reservation Tuesday has been identified. Accounting Essex prosecutor Carolyn A. Murray announced Friday that the one was identified as Deja Rodriguez, 24 of Newark. Family members had reported Rodriguez missing on February 16, says Essex County prosecutor spokeswoman Catherine Carter in a phone interview. Rodriguez's body was found in a wooded section of the park located in Melbourne. A final ruling of the cause of death is pending toxicology results, but the medical examiner has determined it does not appear to be a homicide. It is not considered a homicide, said Carter. Toxicology reports could take quite a while to be completed, she said, and it might take months. So if it's not a homicide, what could
it be? I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, was this so the person was missing on February 16th? I mean, does that mean that
February 16.
I don't know if the body was taken there or if somehow she just
I don't know.
Rodriguez was last seen in the area of South Orange Avenue and South 10th Street, according to a March 24th article on NJ.com. It's really sad.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Yeah. On Facebook, a friend described her as an innocent, joyful person who is loving and caring. A family friend reports that the family is not seeking help with funeral expenses. However, flowers are welcome. So let's skip on that. Here in the MapleWoodian.com.
So did you see the article on the parents ask for more guidance?
Yeah.
Communication on Excellence and Equity Forum?
Yeah. Is that what you got out of that? No, since you were there for the entire forum? No, that's the headline.
That's just the
among
article.
many things, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm looking at MapleWoodian.com. 5-year school district projection sees a $20 million deficit looming. As the Board of Education seeks to implement a proposed $123 million budget that has some sharp cutbacks in foreign language and other reductions, a projection in future revenues and expenses finds a $20 million gap may develop in the next 5 years between income and expenditures. A recent projection document released by the district estimates that while the revenues will increase from $123.4 million during the 2015-16 school year to $134.3 million in 2021, the expenses are more likely to jump from $123.4 to $154.8 million. That, of course, is based on an estimate that state aid remains flat and other elements that could change. Still, it means that in the 2021, a $20 million deficit could occur. So I guess the projection is that taxes will go up even more and more pilots will probably be created.
Well, I mean, I like to go back to that equity.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Excellence and Equity Forum, and I just like to read this.
Okay.
This paragraph. Among the disparities documented, Ramsey discussed information from the district showing that 42% of white students and 9% of African American students took one or more AP courses in 2011-2012. 45% of white students and 11% of African students took one or more AP courses in 2012-2013. 47% of white students and 13% of African American students took one or more AP classes in 2013-2014. Ramsey noted that CHS Principal Elizabeth Aaron reported an increase of 20% for African American students taking AP classes this year. Ramsey explained that the forum will be the first of several, as well as other research and outreach by a 7-person team, including a survey that will take place over the 3 years of the consultant contract.
So, what's new, Anselm? Is there something new?
No, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, okay, it's 42, 45, 47. Okay?
42.
45.
42, what?
White student, percentage of white students. 45% of white students and 47%. 2011, 2012, 2012, 2013,
Okay.
2013, 2014. And for the African American students, it's 9%, 11%, and 13%, which is still 2%.
Yes, but a climb.
2% increase.
Mm-hmm.
But look at the disparity. 42 to 9% in a school that's predominantly African American.
Right.
That's mind-boggling. So if there is 1,000 kids.
Here you go.
Yeah.
If there are 1,000 kids, 420 of them
are in AP classes.
Yes. And if there are 1,000 black kids, 100
are in AP classes. But the measurement of white kids to black kids might be 60-something%
to 40%.
Black kids to like 40 or 30-something%
right.
White kids. So and this is not, and this is why I tell people, I say, listen, I think Telma's firm is going to do a good job, but at the end of the day, they're going to have a report. They're going to issue a report, and they're going to tell you things look gloomy, it looks bad. But at the end of the day, the South Orange Maplewood Board of Education has to be held accountable to implement whatever results that this organization comes to. And a lot of the times, they pay these things lip service. They go into some room and it catches a lot of dust. That's what you get. You get just dust. You know, you say get justice. You got just dust.
No, this is a new one. That is new. I need to look that up to see if
you
that's
get
an
justice.
original.
You get just dust. That's all you get is dust. You know, there was a song in Trinidad that used to call for Carnival called "Dust in Your Face." Dust in your face.
Right.
We call it dust in your face. That's what they give us. Dust in your face. You want justice? you get just dust.
Well, rather than the complaint, I think that people need to be working on some kind of solution. And
Oh my God. They've been working in solution for the past 15 years.
And so we need to know why none of the solutions are working.
Institutional racism.
Okay.
Plain talk, bad manners. That's what it is. You disagree? Huh?
I don't know. I would have to do the investigating. I mean, in my deepest heart, no, I don't believe
What?
it's just all racism. It can't just be all racism. It can't be.
What else?
I don't think that people are setting their children up to go into these classes with the expectation that they have to do well.
Listen.
I mean, listen, I'm not putting it all... I'm
it-
not putting it all on the parent, but at the same time, I can't put it all on the district. If somebody needs to tell me, I would like Thelma or whomever is, doing this study to tell me what is it that prevents these children. Are there specific barriers? Now, I can remember when my child... Hold up. I know there are some, but I remember my child was trying to get into a physics class back in the day, a couple of years ago, and he had to take a test and was not selected. So if there was some type of affirmative action or quota assistance is, okay, we're going to take, X percentage of all students, and who are black, and we're going to make sure we put them in these classes based on their interest. And, you can still leave a test there because it's okay to have some kind of, it's a merit system situation. So, yes, we're going to let them come in. I could see that. If that exists, if those kind of doors are open, yes. But if it's not that, if it's a lack of desire for something that's more challenging, then that's another story. I don't know. I mean, I just get tired of us always begging for somebody to open the door or do something.
Nobody's begging. People are only asking for an equal opportunity. That's all. And here it is. Here it is right here. The proof is in the pudding, in the numbers. This is the numbers.
I like when you say stuff say that again. Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't, Anselm didn't make this up. Right? Look. And this is why I rather deal with facts than to deal with fiction.
Okay, or projections.
Or fictional facts. Sometimes people get fictional facts. This is what the principal said with respect to the numbers. And this is how they do things. Ramsey noted that CHS principal Elizabeth Aaron reports an increase of 20%. She says an increase of 20% for African American students taking AP classes this year. Does that mean 20% of the overall number? Or does that mean...
She says an increase of 20%.
Yeah, that means 20% overall.
No, 20% more. If it's an increase...
Yeah, 20%
I'd have to
more.
Okay.
So if there was 90 students, if there was 100 students,
here we go.
there is now 20 more students in the program. Right? 20% is 20.
Okay.
Right? So there's no more 20 students in the program. Right? Correct?
Go ahead. I hate numbers. Go ahead.
No. That same 20 students, right? It's possible it could be a junior, right? They either have to be a sophomore or a junior or a senior. Well, it can't be a senior because they're already taking classes. It's highly likely that they're a sophomore or a junior, right? Because if they're a senior, they're getting ready to graduate. So it's not the seniors. So
well, I mean, if there was an 20% increase, I'm sure they started doing these numbers when she came in. So
No. They might have started just doing this when this lawsuit was filed.
I doubt that. But go ahead. I doubt it, but go ahead. All right.
Yeah, I would say that. So you know what? That same student who could not make AP classes before is some of the same students now you're going to pick and say, you know what? You can now be an AP student. You can be an AP student. You can be an AP student. You know why? Because there's a great possibility you might be 2 points under the requirements, whatever it is.
Right.
While there are other kids that were 2 points under the requirements, and they have AP classes, but the reason why they don't have it is because of the color of them skin. And this is the proof that's in the pudding. You notice she didn't say there's a 20% increase in white students, right? She didn't say that. She did not say that. She said, very specific,